Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. If you love to memorize the glorious Quran, but being a full-time student, a full-time employee, or you have multiple responsibilities that make it difficult to start your Quran memorization journey, this video is for you. Even if you are neither, but you don't know how to start, this video is still for you. This was me during Ramadan 1444, which is 2023, when I made a promise and set a goal for myself that I will reach Surah Al-Rahman before the next Ramadan in my Quran memorization journey. After Ramadan 1444, I started working towards this goal. However, when the next Ramadan arrived, life happened. I found myself in Surah Al-Mujadala. I was unhappy, sad, devastated because I dislike it when I set a goal like this for myself and I didn't achieve them. At that moment, I wanted to give up on my Quran memorization journey out of fear, or let's say fear of failure. But certain thoughts came to my mind which led me to ask myself some honest questions. I asked myself, Muhyiddin, are you going to let this hold you back? Will you throw this love for wanting to memorize the glorious Quran away? Will you let being a full-time employee stop you? Will you let these skills, this genius in me? These questions changed everything for me, and Alhamdulillah, they helped me move forward. But let's be honest, being a full-time student or an employee or whatever it is while memorizing the glorious Quran is not easy. However, as a person who truly wants to do this, those questions that I ask myself in my story can help you figure this out as well. When I regained my strength and clarity, I paused my memorization and focused on Muraja in that last year Ramadan. And this has been part of my Ramadan routine since I've been in this beautiful country, Dubai. I always pause memorization during Ramadan to focus on Muraja and other activities. However, the reason I stopped this time wasn't because of these activities. It was because of my work schedule. I'm a security guard in Dubai, and Ramadan is usually a busy period for me, and I didn't want to set unrealistic goals for myself. So when we finished last year Ramadan, I resumed memorization, and what I was doing then was I used to just memorize what I could. If I could memorize a verse or two on one line, Alhamdulillah, that was it, class. And if I couldn't memorize any, I used to just focus on Muraja. This is what I used to do. At that time, I wasn't being consistent until the day one of my sheikhs posted on his WhatsApp status that Ramadan is 100 days away. That was 21st of November 2024. I was shocked. You know, when you have a goal and you have not done what it takes to achieve it, and the deadline is approaching, you know that feeling, right? At that moment, my mind was blown away because when I saw the post, my goal from last year immediately came to my mind. And in that moment, I told myself, Muhyiddin, if you don't change your approach, last year's failure will repeat itself. So Alhamdulillah, I changed my ways, and this is why I'm making this video to share 4 things that helped me to stay consistent in my Quran memorization journey. These acts helped me overcome procrastination and develop a system for memorizing the glorious Quran. The first method that helped me to achieve this goal and stay consistent was my mindset shift. From the story I shared, you can see that everything started changing when I changed my mindset towards this goal. Before, I was just memorizing randomly, seriously, There is no shortcut to this. It is the foundation. It is the foundation. When I had that clear goal and strong mindset, the next thing I did was I figured out how I wanted to achieve the goal. As a full-time student or an employee, our mind is processing multiple things, and this was one of the biggest mistakes that stopped me from not achieving this the first time that I had a goal. Because when I had a goal, I didn't figure out how I wanted to achieve it. It was just in my mind. It was after I saw that my shakes post that I started taking some intentional actions about it. Let me show you something. This was the book that I used to carry out the assignment. It was 22nd. I don't know if you are seeing this. It was 22nd in December 2024 that I did this. I hope you guys are seeing this. So this is a calculation that I did. This is the calculation. This is all the calculation that I did. And since that day, my actions towards the goal changed completely. And this will bring me to the next thing that I did. After that, I broke the surahs I wanted to memorize into chunks. This is one of the things that stop most people who are full-time students or full-time employees like me from giving up on their Quran memorization journey, because when they look at the entire Quran, it seems overwhelming. And this is a trick from Shaitan. There are two friends of mine who delayed starting their Quran memorization because of this. But Alhamdulillah, they have started now. And one of them used to tell me something funny. He used to say to me, Muhyiddin, if I had started this earlier, maybe I would have finished the whole Quran by now. So just the funny one. So instead of saying, I want to memorize 10 surahs before Ramadan, I broke my goal down. Surah Al-Rahman has 78 verses. I divided it based on how many verses I could realistically memorize per day. When I did this, my confidence grew because the goal now seemed achievable. And this is what you can try out as well. This will let you know your capability to the extent that you will know inside you that if I don't achieve this, that shows how unserious I am, or that shows how unserious you are. Let me show you one thing again that I wrote at the end of the calculation. This may seem like extra work, but believe me, it will not take you more than 10 minutes to figure it out. Seriously, and you will be glad that you do so. So as a full-time student, you don't have to have that mindset that you want to memorize the entire Quran at once. Just start small and stay consistent. Next thing that helped me, and that is still helping me with my Quran memorization, is listening to Quran recitation regularly. Like, this better my Quran memorization in two ways. Don't tell anyone. It helps me exploit mistakes. Yes, sometimes I hear an ayah and realize I've been reciting it incorrectly. Maybe where I supposed to apply shader and more like that. And this used to happen with verses I thought I had memorized perfectly. So the second way this help is, before memorizing any surah, I listen to it repeatedly. And Alhamdulillah for this, because some surahs and verses stick in my brain just from listening, to the point that it feels like I have memorized them. And when I want to memorize them, it used to be so effortless for me to crush on them. And if I want to memorize them, I will just correct some mistakes if I find any. An example of this is this video over here. I took it when I was in Sharjah, UAE. It has been on my Instagram account since 2022. The verses that I recited were in Surah Al-Ashr. And then I haven't sat down for a moment to memorize them. I just had the opportunity to memorize them through one of Mufti Meng's tafsir titled The Fiqh of Courtship and Nikah in Islam. Because that year, the video was one of the best video that I used to listen to then. If you try to watch the video where I recited the verses I'm talking about here, you will know that it wasn't a memorized one. Yes, I remember. It was during the COVID. So this works incredibly. Just try it out and thank me later. The last hack that helped me was Muroja. Muroja, Muroja. I call this half of my memorization. Life can get busy, but Muroja is non-negotiable for a full-time student or an employee. When I do memorize sometimes, my backup used to be Muroja. For my experience, memorization is 40%, while Muroja is 60%. You may have heard of some people who have memorized the glorious Quran, but after some years, they can't recall any, even if they do, not effortlessly, due to inconsistency of Muroja. So remember, there will never be a perfect time to start this journey. Just start now, figure out a system that works for you to avoid burnout. And to figure out the best system, you have to experiment with different strategies. You can try any of these things that I shared, and bi'idhnillahi ta'ala, they are going to improve the trajectory of how you go about your Quran memorization. If this helps, let me know in the comments. And you can let me know acts you used mostly as well, which I can also try out. If you're enjoying this video so far, don't forget to like, share, and comment. And if you would like to watch my recitation video of Surah Al-Rahman and Surah Al-Waqiyah, and the verses I said I had the opportunity to memorize through this thing to Quran recitation, I will link them here. Thanks for watching, and inshallah, I will see you in the next one. Masala.